What is up, bros? Me, Josh here. And in today's video, I'm going to go over a really good Sims game I had the other day. It was a lot of fun to play. And in these kind of videos, guys, I'm going to basically just do kind of a voiceover and kind of tell you guys what I'm thinking and why I'm doing it and try my best to kind of tell you guys basically why I'm doing certain things and why I think it really worked out and stuff like that. So I really hope you guys enjoy these. If you guys do, let me know in the comments below these kind of voiceover of these games. These are fun to do, and it's mainly just like the kind of the really good games that I've had recently. So this was a game I had in The Sims the other day, and it was a really, really good game for a Sims. And I even got torpedo hits in The Sims, which are pretty rare because I use the long-range ones, which are the slowest torpedoes in the game. So I don't know if you guys saw. I like to kind of split up. Everyone on Two Brothers, it's a mid-tier map, and on really good on mid-tier map, and people tend to like kind of all go one side, and as you can see, we're top tier, which is always awesome, especially in the Sims. And our division was a Bliss, a Sims, and an Atlanta, so we're pretty nasty division, honestly. The Sims is great, the Bliss is great, and the Atlanta was, of course, a great asset to work with the Sims with the radar and the high firing chance. But people on this map tend to, I think, lean to one side too much, and I really think this map is one that's really, really good to split. People always ask, like, hey, what side do you want to go? Let's go to the side wherever you spawn, basically. Try to do like a 50-50. One side, if the enemy team lemmings one side, that means you are going to be able to really push and flank really hard, especially since it's standard battle with a single cap each. And if they are really weak on one side, you can blast right through it. If they're really strong on one side, basically all you gotta do is hang on as long as you can. So we had 4 DDs on our team, 2 spawned the other side and 2 spawned this side, so I figured it was really good for us to push this side and try to take out whoever. So instantly we started seeing people. We saw the Leningrad over there as well. So whenever I'm trying, especially whenever I'm in a destroyer, I'm trying to see where their DDs are and really try to focus on those first. We're a gun DD. I'm a gun DD. Old Mank and the Bliss is a gun DD, and Divine Mojo in the Atlanta is basically an anti-DD. So I'm just trying to really focus on taking out the destroyers and keeping that vision for these guys mainly, so those guys on the rest of our team can really pump out. If you can see on the minimap, Divine's in a really, really good spot right here to kind of hopefully take out anything that's going center. I think we get unlucky though when nothing really pushes up too far. And if you saw those torpedoes, those are more kind of YOLO torpedoes. I didn't really think anything was there, and but they're so slow that potentially I was going to catch a DD coming through. That was my thought process on that. And but I was going to help Old Meg with this other destroyer here. 2 destroyers, we push in, we lose a little bit of life, hopefully take him out, and then we got a really strong side right here. One thing to keep in mind is we did have an AFK on this side for a little while. I think he was AFK, and for the majority of the game, and we lost a DD, or we killed a DD on the other side. So that was really, really good. Anytime you can get some extra DD kills for just more vision and everything like that, that's really, really good. But I told him I was going to push this smoke. You know, I could have easily tried to pump out more damage on these other ships, but I wanted to help with this DD because Old Meg was taking some damage, and the faster we get this guy out, it seemed like he was playing decent too. So anytime there's a good destroyer, you really definitely want to get them out of the way. So that's what we did, and basically knock this guy down. 2v1, there's not much he can do, and down he is going to go relatively quickly. And there he goes, right there, boom. So instantly what I'm doing right here is we're pumping out some more damage and trying to really kind of keep everything spotted, and I wanted to use this guy's smoke against him, the enemy team. I got really, really lucky here. Those torpedoes were so freaking good by that guy, and his smoke started to go away, so it was kind of awkward at the time, but really, really scared kind of the hell out of me because I just wasn't expecting those torpedoes. The downside of the Sim torps is, if you could see, both the ships right there are kind of turning away. So there's no way in hell those torpedoes will ever reach it, even though they are 9.2 kilometers. They're never going to reach the Scharnhorst. They're never going to reach the Omaha, so it's not even worth really shooting. So this, I was taking a decent amount of damage that I smoked up and kind of reset a little bit. So, you know, nothing kind of really to see here. We're just pumping out some extra damage and really posting up, and our other side is doing really good, getting some good trades and getting some good kills and stuff like that, and not really dying, which is the main part. This Omaha throughout this entire game, I don't know if he was the luckiest having one of his best games ever, but he kept hitting me randomly, like in smokes or from really far away, and it was bugging me the entire game. He did a really, really good job at just continually hitting me for like little shit damage, and it was just, he was that cruiser that was the anti-DD basically. So right now I'm just trying to play it kind of cool. I have the island in front of me so I can really start pumping out damage. On the Scharnhorst, I have both the flags on the Sims, so the fire chance is decent. And one thing I really wanted to focus on the team was we had a DD in the middle channel, so he was doing like a middle push. So I didn't really know if I had to roll back. It was a Koenig versus a Nicholas. The Koenig should be able to kill it, but I was like, just in case, do I roll back? What do I do? And I decided really to just keep pushing on. One of the main things was, and you'll see in a second, just to kind of see. I mean, a Nicholas can kill a Koenig, so I wasn't super, like, all right with not going back. I hate losing to caps like that, so that's one of the reasons I really wanted to roll back. But really, I saw that he wasn't really moving. As you can see right here, I check for the, I think I check in a second, with my torpedo launcher to see where he's going. That's also a good trick if you guys didn't know. And also we had the AFK battleship starting to help us out a little bit. But this freaking Omaha was just the bane of my existence. But a really good trick, if you guys don't know or lock on, is you can just use torp. If you do have torp launches on any ship, you can kind of see if they're moving or not. And he wasn't moving, so I knew I didn't have to turn back. And he started to take some shots from the Koenig. And if he started to push up, I would have gone back, but he didn't at all. I think he ends up just getting wrecked. And he does have the potential to kill the Koenig, but I wasn't super threatened by him. And if you can see on their cap, there is basically like fish in a barrel situations of just a ton of battleships. And if you're in a destroyer, especially a gunboat destroyer, that's what you're kind of looking for in any situation. So I figured that one, I could potentially even get the flank on this guy, and I didn't really need to roll back too much. They only have 2 destroyers. One was spotted way up by their cap, one was spotted way on the one line, and this guy was just sitting in the middle channel. So not too much. Old man kind of headed back for a little bit, but we really just kind of pushed forward, and this is when the farm begins. I mean, you have, what, 4 battleships over here and a cruiser, and another battleship off to my side. So 5 battleships, a cruiser, a destroyer potentially in the middle, and a cruiser way off to the side. This is about as good a situation as you could get, and we also have 2 destroyers in a division that could like rotate smoke. So what I was figuring I was going to do right here is I'm still trying to get figure out where what this Nicholas is trying to do or trying to achieve. He's having a little bit of a Mexican standoff with the Koenig, but I put the torps on the Scharnhorst. I'm going to basically sit on cap and then just smoke up. That's my plan right now. If I put the torps on that guy, you don't really expect Sims torps to hit anything because they're so freaking slow and they can see them from a decent range. So pretty much I was just going to start working on these guys. This guy was the slowest, and you guys will see right here what I do a lot. And what I'm trying to do with Sims torps is you're not really trying to get like massive torpedo damage, but if you do get a torpedo hit, you're trying to get the flooding damage. So right now my torps are coming off reload because they're super fast as Sims. So I put a fire on the first Congo. Now I'm trying to get a fire on this Congo. And luckily that Scharnhorst, I believe, just completely sails in a straight line and gives us a nice little boost of damage right here. 1. Well, we just got 1 on that guy? I thought we got more than that. But just 1. All right, that's all right, though. Because 1, it forces the repair. And 2, the torps came up, so this guy doesn't really have a repair. And even if he takes a couple, he's basically screwed. So yeah, what I was trying to do is trying to get the repairs off cooldowns on all those guys. So we know that other Scharnhorst doesn't have one. We know that this Congo hasn't really used his yet, but it's not going to matter because we're going to take him out with torps. And 2, that guy's still burning as well. So as soon as he repairs, he's going to be wrecked. So down goes the first Congo up to 70k damage already. And so I'm going to instantly try to push on and start doing more damage to the Scharnhorst because any fire is going to stick, as I call it, a sticky fire. And that's exactly what you want. Luckily, USN smoke is really long smoke too. So I just basically get to chill here. The Congos were hitting me in smoke, so they seem to be decent players. But I wasn't super worried about it. Basically just trying to knock out this Scharnhorst too. He's really low. We have you know, an Atlanta, a Bliss, and a Sims, all trying to kind of take these down. So if you guys don't know, you will 100% low tiers get detected at 2 kilometers. So I knew I had a little bit of a buffer here. And if it's higher tiers, it can be up to 3. So right there, he's going to detect me just off proxy. But even though these are some of the slowest torps in the game, it is way too late and it doesn't matter and there's nothing he can do. Down goes the second Congo. And better luck next time, bub. There you go. There's 5 torps into the side. So already we're over 100k damage. And if you can see in the channel, our Koenig won that little Mexican standoff he had with the Nicholas. So he's pushing up as well. And it was kind of funny that I was kind of getting annoyed because our games kept getting capped out over and over and over. And basically, my division mates in this other Koenig had to go right through the cap to get to the enemy ships. But 115k, 8 torp hits in the Sims. Yeah, they were all super close. But still, you're not... Sims doesn't tend to get too many torp hits, so that was kind of the cool thing. One thing I was keeping an eye on, because I didn't know where the last DD was, because of where his, if you can see on the minimap right here, last known spotted was right here. He could have easily gone for it. So I think at that point I was kind of communicating with my division mate, saying, hey, especially the other destroyer, if we need to roll back, we need to roll back. It was like, I think I was like, well, I'll launch my torps and roll back. But luckily, as you can see, he just popped up. And that means a pretty easy kill for us. Fubuki at 6 kilometers away from a Bliss and a Sims. That's a dead Fubuki. But nice try. You did stop the cap for a little bit, but we will take back what's ours. Down he goes, kill number 4. And now it's time to decide which ship am I going to farm more damage on. The Colorado. Now, Colorado is an interesting play here. And I didn't really mean to sit on the cap and kind of start capping this out. I was kind of bummed that it ended up working out that way. One thing to always do, guys, always keep in mind that if a destroyer does launch torpedoes, or if he's killing you like that, most likely he's going to do like kind of a last-second torp. So one thing I always recommend is to basically turn right in and go straight into the torps. You know, most of the time you would do this. I was really hoping this Colorado, I bet you if I had faster torpedoes, this would have worked out. I remember I was even talking to my chat saying, chat, do you think this is going to happen? I was hoping this guy was just going to sit here and just sit broadside. So basically, as soon as my torps were done, I was hoping to snag this guy. We got 2 fires on him right now, so by the time they get there, they wouldn't even, they would have hit him and hopefully put repair on. Yeah, I was kind of waiting to see what this guy's going to do. Didn't know if he was going to go forward or not. And I was like, well, we might as well try. He did start to head backwards, so I was like, well, we'll see if this works out. I don't know if it will, but we can sure try. And we gave a nice smoke for Atlanta as well, so things are spotted because of other DDs. And like I said, I'm chilling right in cap on what I didn't want to be right now, so it's kind of a bummer. We could have definitely gotten a little bit more damage out of this game, but just basically trying to take down the York. I mean, it may not seem like massive hits, but if you start a fire and you're doing 1,000 per salvo or something like that, those are pretty nasty. And there's a wither right there. We just got it right at the end. Those are pretty nasty salvos. That's just a lot of damage getting pumped out, especially from these small caliber guns. So this York, he's getting too close. He's just going to get burnt down in Atlanta and a Sims. There goes my potential Kraken, and look at that. The Colorado got too far away. So I've got a couple more shots on this Fuso, and basically that's it. So over 140,000 damage. There's the GGs. 8 fires, 8 torp hits, 4 kills. Almost had the Kraken. But yeah, that was a really, really fun game I had in the Sims. It's such a powerful ship, and when you start getting those torpedo hits on top of whatever your guns can do, get those torpedo hits, get that flooding damage, and just forcing those repairs. Really try to focus on that. Try to force the repairs, and then maybe get a torp hit, or get a torp hit and then get a fire on them. That's kind of what you want to do. You want to force the repairs so they have to sit on, especially a flood. A flood is brutal. So a monster game in the Sims, monster base XP, crazy XP. The thing is just insane. A really, really fun ship. One of my favorite tier 7 destroyers, guys. But that is it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.